did not send me a reminder, so I think, yeah, I guess CoNDOR's, CoNDORbot's kind of messed up. Let me, just... So, this is Cyberman. Alright, well, there we go. Race is starting. Alright, so... looking at these two racers' records, Cyberman is unfortunately 0-6, so I have no time stats on them, because they have yet to finish in a race. And KingCaptain on the exact opposite end of the spectrum is 6-0, with an average win time of 18 minutes and 1 second, and a best win of 11:45. So, going by stats alone, this is definitely in KingCaptain's favor, but, you know, anything can happen. Unfortunately, Cyberman looking like he's struggling a little bit with the start of this seed, kind of tripping up on this Minotaur. He wants to use the Minotaur to open up the blood shop. Nope, going to just kill him here. Getting the kill on the Minotaur, though. Doing a little exploration here. With those 3 extra bombs. There is, well, KingCaptain is kind of pushing ahead and, you know, being given all the time in the world to build up some nice build here. Got that helmet, gold staff, and lead boots, and torch of walls. So he's got a little bit of mapping, a little bit of defense, a little bit of range. He's got a little bit of everything right now. And that staff making such short work of this skeleton closet. It's really nice. And picking up so much extra money for it too. Walking down the trapdoor there, not exactly what you want. The exit stairs were 3 tiles away. The animation of the trapdoor fade out is actually longer than it would have taken to just walk over the stairs. And also drops your multiplier as well. Not too big of a deal since he's not running any obsidian equipment, but it is something to keep in mind. Nice gold kill on that Minotaur though. So onto Core Riff. There are setups you can do with Core Riff here to get out of Phase 1 quickly. Looks like he's maybe just waiting for the drum tentacles. There we go. Using the drum to shoot the head. On to Phase 2 here. Staff again, pretty strong in this boss fight. Ooh, kind of panicking a little bit though and dropping his multiplier, so not going to be getting any boss chests out of this. Oh no, timer. That's right. The problems of having backspace as my timer. I believe I started it at the beginning, but I was looking up stats and, you know, had to send messages to the bot. Hit backspace at some point or another. Yeah, I kind of wish that the layouts like flat out said like blood tier or something. That's like what I was really hoping for, not just the coloring, but also like that it says blood tier, titanium tier, obsidian tier somewhere on the layout, because still get the question of which division is this on every race. But Cyberman struggling a little bit with the start of this run. Taking a little bit of a breather here, pausing. KingCaptain's still going here, though, and finding an Obsidian Rapier, a very strong weapon. Rapier being a weapon that pretty much everyone's familiar with, compared to the Axe, which is, you know, a DLC exclusive item. A lot of racers not as comfortable with Axes, but Rapier's been around since very early days of the game, and already established as a very strong weapon, so yeah, definitely going to be making the swap off the Titanium Axe to the Obsidian Rapier here, and pushing down to Zone 3 is KingCaptain. Those lead boots also really handy with move attack weapons like the Rapier and Axe. Avoids those sticky ice sliding situations. I guess sticky isn't the right word to describe it when it's about slipping everywhere, huh? Regardless, gonna continue to do some shopping here. Just gonna eat his food and buy that drumstick. Just top him off. Heal up that missing half a heart. I mean, King Captain's got a really strong build put together here. A little bit lacking in the defense department. Just has that helm for damage reduction. But overall, lots of utility items. You know, got those lead boots for protection against ice and ooze, spike traps and the like. Got that charisma, which is going to help him further develop his build. Titanium shovel to just kind of help him get through some tricky walls, and yeah. Potential food shop down there, though. I don't know that he's noticed. Could very easily buy that pickaxe and dig into it. Okay, yeah, there. We're gonna go into the food shop and finding almost the best possible food shop there. A little bit of a misplay there, though. Should have bought the empty heart containers, eaten the drumstick, and then taken the gluttony and eat the ham. Would have put him at a much healthier 9 full heart containers. Well, that said, finding an empty heart container right there and eating the drumstick, so ending up at that point regardless. Getting glass armor out of the glass shrine, but pretty promptly breaking it. So very, very healthy, but not so tanky just yet. Still only relying on the helm for defense. And health can evaporate surprisingly quickly when you don't have much armor to go with it. That said, a ring of regen coming out of that shop, just going to patch up that hit he takes right on the exit from that slime. So, lots of sustain, but could use a little bit more armor. Very clean Conga 3 fight. Gonna get us flawless. Probably going to be looking for magic in the purple chest here. No, checking black, probably looking for armor, but getting a glass axe and just going to leave it behind. Definitely what you want to be doing here when you're facing an opponent that's stuck on zone 1. You just want to play the run as safe as possible. So trying to avoid glass, trying to avoid stuff like the karate gi. Just tank up and make sure you can finish the run. Doing all the shopping in the world, finding a Quake Scroll could save that for Deadringer for a really safe Deadringer fight. There was a cracked wall right above King Captain's current position where there could potentially be a conjure to help him get some better armor. Don't know that he noticed it though. I'm gonna move on to 4-2. Still trying to put on a decent pace, despite the fact that he's not really under any pressure at the moment. Meanwhile, Cyberman is kind of tanking up a little bit here. Does have chainmail and a protection charm now, so 1.5 hearts worth of damage reduction. Looking pretty good for him. King Captain pushing that white chest mimic onto the spike trap, where you can just safely claim the Nazar charm it drops thanks to those lead boots. Interesting to see him taking the ham over the Earthquake Skull, though. I think he's got enough sustain from the Ring of Regen that, you know, the biggest concern is taking a death to really big hits from, say, Deadringer, and Earthquake gives you a really easy Deadringer kill. Taking a lot of damage in that room, though, from the Fire Trap and the Warlock. Gonna have to be careful here. Continuing to check every shop he can, though, and there's Heavy Plate. Unfortunately can't afford it, though, and now is gonna have to tank the Spider. Tanking more hits. Has to be a little more careful here. Whoa, tricky orange armadillo, though. Having a lot of trouble with this floor, but again, he's still got that ham on deck and is going to get some health regen from his Ring of Regen there, so Assuming a good deep blues fight here, gonna be almost to full health again as he enters Zone 5. Oh, taking a hit to deep blues though, so no flawless here. And Cyberman now looking to clean up Coral Rift. Stepping into the splash radius a few times though, so going to be missing the flawless and taking a lot of damage. Oh, Cyberman with cutscenes enabled. Might want to fix that after this race. And all the tankiness in the world only does you so much. If you keep taking unnecessary damage, Cyberman really needs to be a little more careful here. Just kind of being reckless in that room and tanking a lot of hits. Only down to 1 heart. I mean, he's got a decent amount of armor, but you know, a big hit from a mini-boss or just 2 hits otherwise is going to spell doom for him. Finding a carrot though, so getting a little bit of health back. Popping the Gigantism immediately, interesting choice. Not sure what the idea behind that is. And just Gigantism is not invincibility. Can't walk into hits like this. King Captain already down to 5-3. Getting a little caught up in this hallway, but should be able to wrap things up pretty soon. Ooh, nasty Dragon Stomp. It's a pretty big hit. But again, those 9 heart containers doing a lot of work for him. Oh, and I think Cyberman kind of mistakenly taking a glass jaw there. That's going to negate all the tankiness that he has, and he's going to go down. Glass jaw, doubling all your damage output, but making you die to 1 hit, so yeah, I imagine did not mean to take that. King Captain, no bombs, but not checking his flawless chest from Denringer. Can't say I agree with that decision. Gonna have to do the full button puzzles here. Kind of struggling to get Dorian in position here. There we go. Getting the setup. 2 button puzzles down, 2 to go. Alright, 1 more. Ooh, nice use in the flail there to hang up Dorian and get the alignment for that last hit. Gonna give Dorian that Obsidian Rapier as well. Give him a little bit of a damage boost to help keep him safe. Necrodancer being helpful there and freezing that ogre in place. Might want to consider killing this ogre before it gets out of hand. Ogre doing lots of damage, gonna eat the hand there. Okay, Necrodancer clearing out the ogre for him. But immediately summoning a new one. Kinda off to the side though, so might be able to ignore this. Ooh, Dorian getting the lunge kill on it, and Necrodancer is done. King Captain taking race number 1. 13 minutes in game time. Nice job. Looks like we're moving on to race number 2 here. Sorry man, I'm gonna check that 1-1 shop. Not really seeing a whole lot worthwhile in there. Shrine Mimic, though, could potentially give some pretty good equipment. King Captain checking the blood shop here. Oh, I don't recommend doing that. If you have extra bombs available to you, I'd say you should always be using the bomb to initiate the fight of the Blood Shopkeeper. Blood Shopkeeper, whenever he takes damage, will teleport randomly to a tile that's just not immediately adjacent to you, but also get a move immediately afterwards. So when you're throwing like that, there are a total of 26 tiles you can teleport to. 5 above you, which will force you to buy the middle item in the shop and leave. 6 to the sides of you, which are just an instant death. And 15 below you, which are safe. If you're wanting one of the 15 below that just results in a safe kill, that's, you know, just a little bit above the 50% success rate. You don't exactly want to be going all in on that. And, you know, that 6 out of 26 down to 3 out of 13 is, that's a pretty hefty chance of just dying outright. Oh! Did that come out of the Shrine Mimic? I guess it must have. So, Cyberman with a blunderbuss here. The stream kind of giving me some trouble here, though, so, the blunderbuss, though, I think is one of the hardest weapons in the game to use. A lot of players make the mistake of just always loading it and firing it, and letting the recoil get them into some pretty sticky situations. To really use the blunderbuss effectively, you have to be comfortable with using its trait as a 2-damage dagger. Ooh, King Captain, maybe not the boots he wants, getting boots leaping. He's going to conjure another pair of boots and swap to strength. Also, yeah, Cyberman kind of wasting his bombs there. He does have that Earth spell, which will let him destroy crates, but using bombs to destroy the crates instead. So not exactly ideal. Clean Fortissimo 2 fight for King Captain. Gonna be getting a flawless here. Might be looking to get off the Glass Rapier. No, gonna check his purple chest. If you wanting a ring that actually does something. Although that said, there's a Ring of Frost. Gonna be running that instead. Ring of Luck, as I've mentioned before, currently with the current balance for luck items, the Ring of Luck does absolutely nothing once you have the Lucky Charm. Both items accomplish the exact same thing, so breaking an urn there thanks to those Boots of Strength, and finding a rifle along with the freeze spell. Not going to take the rifle, sticking with the Glass Rapier here, which is a shame because I'd really like to see a shooting match between these two racers. Blunderbuss versus rifle would be a pretty good time. Yeah, Eli Difficult's got the real strats there. Oh, interesting. We're seeing a shopkeeper kill on King Captain's side for this heavy glass armor, so I think is really planning on committing to this Glass Rapier here. Oh, damaging his heavy glass to that the Beetle's hot coals there, though, so down to 2 hits on that glass armor. Gonna have to be a little careful. A little bit of a stream glitchiness here, sorry about that. Not a whole lot I can do. I'll have you all know that if you try and claim that anyone but Coda is the best character, you are walking on thin ice here. come to the wrong part of town, son. So, yeah, Cyberman kind of making this this blunderbuss work. Still has cutscenes enabled though, but it's not in the best of shapes. Looks like he had to pop a cursed potion at some point. Is on 2 cursed hearts, so has permanently lost a heart container, which is not exactly the best. Oh, and down to 1 piece of glass armor on King Captain's side. He's got to be a little careful here because he has no shopkeepers. So if he breaks his glass, he might have a hard time replacing that weapon. That said, there is a titanium staff right there that you could swap to, but gonna leave it behind. Staff being a pretty dangerous weapon in Zone 4 because of its ability to cause long-range teleports against warlocks. So, understandable to want to avoid it. Kind of forgetting that he's got lead boots there, a little scared to walk on that spike trap. Oh, and down goes Cyberman. Kind of hard to tell exactly what he went down to, due to the stream lag we're experiencing, but... Oh, and the glass is gone for King Captain on half a heart now. Finding a glass spear to immediately replace it, but yeah, it's on 1-hit death here, so has to be a little cautious. That spider's looking a little scary. Oh no! The freeze spell! King Captain going down in Zone 4-3 to the corner. Could have popped the freeze spell, but just gonna die to that Skeleton Rider Playmaster combination, and it's back to 1-1 for him. Thankfully for him, Cyberman still on 1-1 as well. Still insisting on going for the throw strats against the Blood Shopkeeper. Can't agree with that. So Cyberman continuing to run this blunderbuss that he's finding in 1-1. I mean, again, it's a very strong weapon, but only if you know how to use it, and it is very difficult to use. Maybe a little bit of a shaky seed memory on King Captain's side. Conjuring boots again. Or maybe just, you know, forgetting that leaping came out of that. And he doesn't have the money for another conjure to get those boots of strength again. Does not have the boots of strength, so cannot one-shot this Minotaur. Gonna break his glass rapier. Might be worth considering that that Shrine of Darkness there. That is not gonna work. You're gonna have to back up. Okay, this is another situation. I talk about this frequently, but you need to know when to skip beats. King Captain really getting himself into a whole lot of bad situations here because of his refusal to burn beats. Letting that black skeleton kind of chase him across the map. Finding an electric dagger, though, very strong item. But I think right now is wanting some food. Which, well, there you go. There's a drumstick for you. Electric Dagger does a whole lot of silly things to the Fortissimo fight here. Gonna pick up this bomb spell, sticking with the Electric Dagger. I'm sure we'll be looking for some armor. Probably gonna take this Frost Ring again. Could Blood Drum open this urn again? Could swap to that rifle that's in there and, well, at least pick up the free spell. Also could use the Infernal Torch. There's plenty of ways that he has to open this urn and pick up that free spell. But looks like he's going to do none of them. I can't agree with that, because urns are guaranteed food and spell, even if he doesn't want that rifle. There are definitely useful things in there that he's skipping on. That was an interesting move on that Cauldron, although not exactly new. We've seen that buggy behavior from Stakes Race concerning Red Dragons and Leaping. Leaping has some kind of odd behaviors with respect to enemy movement at the time. Hopefully it'll get fixed soon enough. So I think this time gonna skip on the... No, going to... Well, if you're gonna just kill him anyway, then why bother buying things? Save your money for potential conjurers. At least that's kind of how I feel about this one right here. Losing a hit of heavy glass to just about the same place he did last run. Needs to be a little more careful in respect to that. Kind of needlessly spending a bomb here, too. Has a throwable that he could use to kill the food shopkeeper here. And very short on bombs, actually has none right now, so just going to pop the Gluttony Charm off one of those cookies, which I think is fair. You're gaining 1 heart for spending half a heart's worth of food. Cyberman looks like he's considering these boots of pain. Gonna take them. Dropping himself down to half a heart. Okay, I think I'm just gonna use this cursed potion. No. Yes, no. Okay, there we go. Picking it up. Oh, but spending an extra beat buffering against that ghost, so just gonna go down. I'm not sure why he didn't pop the curse potion immediately. He is on half a heart. There's not exactly much to lose there. King Captain's still kind of playing recklessly, though, breaking a lot of his glass armor. Needs to be careful about this, or we might see some problems again once he gets to this 4-3. Finding Blast Shot, but going to stick with the Electric Dagger over the Blast Longsword. Making good use of the Frost here to take out this Red Dragon and the enemies behind it quickly. Gonna be moving on to 4-3. This is where he went down last run, so needs to be careful here. Okay, there goes the last hit on that heavy glass. At least this time isn't running a glass weapon, so doesn't have to worry about going down to a shard. Seems to be forgetting about his Frost, though, occasionally, and ooh, getting hit by the Black Skeleton hiding behind that Nightmare Cloud. But gonna be surviving this 4-3 this time around and going down to deep blues. Electric Dagger, a pretty strong weapon here. Just a few hits and the entire fight melts, but walking into a ton of damage against the last couple enemies in the room. So gonna have to eat all his cookies, and it's gonna be down to 5 hearts here. Now, Electric Dagger really strong in Zone 5. Does gain infinite damage when you're standing on the wire, and ups the Chain Lightning effect to 2 damage. Finding Obsidian Rapier, considering making the switch. Looks like he's going to do it. Those lead boots letting him just walk into those traps unimpeded. Again, Rapier, you know, having that long-ranged attack and being a weapon that pretty much everyone who's familiar with the game is comfortable with. So on to 5-3, almost to the end of this run. But once again, finding himself with no bombs, so does have the bomb spell, so if he has the health and is comfortable spending it, he could dig into the Necromancer stage with that. But we'll need to be careful about that, because he's going to have to spend, with this current situation, he's going to have to spend a heart and a half in Blood Magic, just 1 blood cast. Leaving him at 3.5, which is, you know, a fair amount of health, but he is lacking armor, so would still have to be careful. And that's assuming he makes it through this Dead Ringer unscathed. We'll see what happens. Looks like he's going to be going for some safe lures here. Kind of getting hung up on the skeleton, needs to push it away. There we go. Nicely done, and the lures pretty nicely. But again, not checking his chests. Something he should be doing when he's a little bit low on the bomb count. And isn't even going to bomb into the stage, just going to be doing the button puzzles. Dead Ringer chests should generally not be ignored, especially if you're low on resources for skipping the stage. But even if you are, and you even if you have the resources you need and you're ahead, there's no harm in checking a chest to see if you can get something for a little bit of extra safety, like a, you know, shielding or... Okay, looks like he's gonna just be doing 2 of the button puzzles, and then doing the bombs, the rest. Necromancer being real helpful there, cleaning out the red dragon that he summoned at the start of the fight. Oh, Caden's taking a hit to that black skeleton though, down to 2 hearts. Gonna have to be careful here. Cornering the Necromancer, down to 2 hits. 1 more hit, and this fight's done. Kinda hesitating on the last hit, but there we go. Last in the Necromancer. GG, King Captain takes race number 2. Yeah, I'm gonna ping Cyberman and remind him to turn off cutscenes really quick. I don't know if you noticed. Oh well. It's not a big deal, but it is in the CoNDOR rules. And looks like we're starting race number 3. King Captain with a pretty quick trap door here. As Cyberman fights through this skeleton closet. Finding a blood shop here. Pretty strong one. Still going for the throws though, which it's... You know, it's wasting time for not really much gain when you've got those extra bombs. Cyberman having trouble against that green dragon, gonna back up there. Back to the start of 1-1. Alright, King Captain this time spending the bomb on the blood shop here. Gonna be picking up that obsidian broadsword and infernal torch. Immediately replacing that infernal torch with the obsidian torch, though. Much more potential lighting there, but it does lose some utility with without the ability to use the wall torches to shoot greater fireballs. Checking this shop here, a little bit short on buying that that purple chest there. Just gonna go grab the gold for that real quick and come back in. Gets a bomb spell for his troubles. Wisely waiting for that yellow skeleton to walk ahead on that bounce trap. It's a little tricky situation to read. Break this barrel really easily. Gonna get a Ring of Might. Pretty strong. Taking this hallway very carefully. He knows a red dragon is approaching, and you don't want to be caught in a long horizontal choke point like that when a red dragon's approaching. So, wisely playing that very cautiously. Getting his lucky charm as well, so he's going to have bat immunity and stronger crates, and goes down to his Deep Blues 1. Meanwhile, Cyberman on a glass longsword, pretty strong and reliable weapon, although, you know, it still has all the risks associated with glass. Ooh, King Captain having some trouble with this Deep Blues fight, taking a hit from a pawn. Dropping his multiplier! Oh no! Dropping the multiplier right before hitting the king, lowering his damage to 2, making it not lethal, and gonna just walk into the king because of that. King Captain looking a little bit shaky this run for some reason. I'm seeing lots of strange missed beats. There's another one right there. And when you're running obsidian equipment, that's a big problem. Cyberman just running this glass longsword, looking to keep everything at an arm's reach and just take that safely from a distance with the glass longsword. Work out just fine. Gonna pop that Gigantism immediately, just so he can keep carrying the ham around. Oh, but getting into a nasty situation. I'm gonna go down to that Dark Minotaur. I think Cyberman really not comfortable with pushing aggressively and just needs to play it safe. Was playing pretty well there until like the moment he tried to push aggressively on that boss room, at which point he immediately went down. So I think just kind of needs to play things to his own speed. Alright, King Captain cleaning up this red dragon again, not getting his lucky charm this time around. With that broadsword, can pretty easily kill the king in the corner. But another kind of weird dropped beat from King Captain there, so no flawless again. Yeah, kind of needlessly going after the pawn there, though. Has the damage to one-shot the king in the corner there. Oh, taking a hit from a clone there, and King Captain's going to be down to half a heart, so needs to be really careful here on this run. Finding a Curse Potion could quaff that for some health restoration. To at least avoid going down in one hit, but gonna just skip it altogether. Holy Water could potentially be used. Just gonna pop it against one enemy. I'm not sure I like that. Could save the Holy Water for the start of 2-3 and just pop it immediately to hit the 2 Mushroom Lights for 2 hit points. Getting a single target heal off of it a little bit weak. Picking up an Ice Spirit Familiar, gonna put that on the left, which is a little unusual. But not necessarily anything wrong with that. Very quick 2-3 on King Captain's side, gonna be going down to King Konga 2. Has a few options here, could bomb the throne, could Blood Drum dig out the throne. Oh, that's a little risky considering his somewhat low health at the time. Just gonna bomb the throne and kill Konga from there. Pretty quick fight for him. Let's see what Chesty checks here. Can we try in the purple, getting that shield spell. Really nice, especially considering his pretty low health at the moment. Although that said, this might be worth killing for. Well, I bought the heal spell anyway, but gonna be getting a lot of tankiness here. That heal spell gonna help him heal up his missing health, and those 2 full heart containers gonna give him a little bit more forgiveness on the damage intake. Though again, you know, he is pretty far ahead, and now he's given up his shops for the rest of the run. So, gonna have to be pretty careful. At least this time around doesn't have glass equipment that he's carrying. So, doesn't have inherently risky equipment on him, but is, again, still lacking armor. So, 5 hearts seems like a fair amount, but that can go away pretty quickly once you start taking hits with no defense. Does have the Crown of Teleportation, though, which is going to prevent the damage from 1 hit and teleport him to the shop instead. Oh, and there's that nasty choke point I was talking about on King Captain's first attempt. For Cyberman just getting caught in that long choke. Nowhere to run against that fireball. King Captain losing his Crown of Teleportation to a yellow rider there. Kind of, I think, panicking a little bit. Okay, needs to, yeah, it's gonna stop moving. The dragon's getting stuck on that beetle that it's freezing constantly. Hidden chest in that bat cave down there. Could check that. I don't think he noticed, though. He's going to just push on. And on to 3-3. Handling that little swarm pretty nicely. And there's a Bomb Charm. Really strong item. I think blatantly overpowered, if you ask me. Although he's currently lacking about... Ooh! Kind of walking into a Black Skeleton Rider there. That's 3 hearts of damage there. Not what you want. I'm going to be heading down to Coral Rift 3. Broadsword should make this pretty easy. Could even use the Bomb Charm on Phase 2, or I'm just going to use it to get out of Phase 1. And Finishes Coral Rift flawlessly. Going to be getting a boss chest out of this. Checking purple. Not quite sure what he's hoping to see out of purple. He's already got a pretty good ring. And, you know, heal spell and shield spell. Maybe looking for a Ring of Regen. Oh, Cyberman dropping his blast there. Gonna be going down. Back to 1-1 again. Finding a transmog, transfogging his shovel. And is happy with an obsidian shovel. Needs to be careful though, taking another hit. Currently only at half his health. Handling that black bat pretty nicely. Gonna check this barrel looking for some food maybe, but not getting any out of it. Oh, horizontal blue dragon needs to back up here. Lucky for him, the Harpy getting frozen in that breath attack, so not gonna have to worry too much. Has the shield spell on deck though, so things go too far south, he can he always has that available to him. KingCaptain pushing down to 4-2 now. Oh, I'm a little confused about that use of the blood drum to maybe like buffer a beat or something, but yeah, just kind of needlessly costing himself some health there. Taking the single cookie over the blood drum, I'm not sure I agree with that. Blood drum's going to be a pretty good dead ringer kill. Now that he's taking another hit, could really easily eat this cookie and take the blood drum back, which it looks like he's going to do. Very carefully cleaning up this swarm. Gonna hit the spider, but gonna get immediately healed up by that pixie. That's an extra bomb for him. Any bombs he can find are gonna be really helpful with that bomb charm. Speaking of bombs, I don't know what's going on in that boss room, but there's just explosions everywhere and the mini-boss is already almost dead. Ooh, ouch. Eating a hit from a golem there. Down to 2 hearts. And they have to really be careful on this death metal fight. I'm just gonna use a bomb charm bomb there to one-shot him. Secure the flawless. Checking purple chest again, finding her in gold. As a heal spell up, should be popping that. Alright, so this time around, Cyberman getting back to that narrow choke point, just gonna wait for the dragon to approach. Much better idea. But KingCaptain needs to be making use of that heal spell. The chain lightning from the wires will get lots of kills for you, but that heal spell's up and not being cast, then you're not getting that bit of extra mileage out of it. Looking at the evil eye there. Let's be careful. Ooh, and Cyberman gonna be going down to his I think deep blue spite there. Getting a little bit of heals off there, though. Gonna be back up to 3.5 hearts, KingCaptain. And quickly dispatching that metronome and going on to Deadringer. Has that blood drum, could kill him pretty quickly here. like he's going to be going for the blood drum kill. Or, nope, going to be going for lures instead, but... yeah, the unusual Ice Spirit placement, I think, kind of tripping him up here. Okay, after that, he charges right, needs to lure him back down. Okay, nope, just gonna switch to Blood Drum strats. Down to half a heart. And down he goes to Deadringer, getting clubbed by the diagonal hit. Oh, that shield spell, I think, on deck for him, too. And, you know, it's something Jack and I have repeated time and time again. When Deadringer lure strats go off the rails, don't just throw your hands up in the air and do whatever. Just reset the lures, lure him back down to the bottom, and start the setup again. Because especially in Blood Tier, we are seeing countless deaths to racers starting off with lures, having something go wrong and just immediately giving up and just start like hitting bells or attacking Deadringer or whatever, and they're just not ready to handle that. Luckily for us, the race I had scheduled for 3 PM Eastern had to be rescheduled, so this one's going to be running a little bit over the hour, but thankfully not going to be causing any schedule conflicts. So King Captain this time around going to be running that Warhammer. The Ring of Might, that's going to be a nice 2-damage Warhammer. Hardly a fast weapon, but a pretty safe one. Good golden kill there on Deep Blues as well. Picking up the Ring of Peace, contemplating swapping that to the Might, because 1-damage Warhammer is probably not the best, but gonna stick with Peace for the extra HP and the easier bosses. I'm just gonna pop the Holy Water there to finish off that Dark Golem and top off his health. Going for left side Snowbro again. I'm not sure I agree with it. It really caused a lot of problems in his Deadringer lure setups. On to his second boss here. It's going to be King Conga. Probably just go for line kills here. Can be tricky to... Yep, that's why you don't... that's why you don't just go for the quick bomb with a Warhammer. You get stuck really easily. Nice gold kill, though. And that Crown of Teleportation going to preserve his flawless on this fight, so... maybe he wants to try and find a stronger weapon. Getting a Titanium Flail, doesn't want it though. I'm not sure I agree with that. I would not kill the Shopkeeper this time around. You were really desperate for armor last time, and okay, we're well gonna be making the same decision here, killing for the heal spell and double heart container. I think the better call there is to just maybe buy the heal spell. Cyberman, or King Captain, taking a little while to realize that he's got the Explorer's Boots, so it doesn't have to worry about those hot coals. And good use of the Blood Drum to take a shorter route to the exit there. Oh, nice use of the Infernal Torch there to clear out that swarm. Infernal Torch could potentially get a lot of mileage here with him being stuck on this 1 damage weapon. Oh, don't want to be taking hits from Black Skeleton Riders though. That's 3 hearts a pop. Cyberman this time swapping over to the Bloodstaff. Interesting decision. Trying to chance on KingCaptain's side. Definitely want to go hit that a few times. So you've got the Lucky Charm. That's going to be a bunch of free stuff. Could be some armor, better weapon. Please go hit it. Please go hit it. Please. Please hit the shrine. It's literally, like, practically free stuff. You're guaranteed wins on that. Oh, he's not going to hit it. Okay, well, KingCaptain passing up the opportunity for a ton of items. But, gonna continue to run this 1 damage Warhammer. Explorer's Boots, though, plus a gold weapon could mean he could get a potential gold kill on Colriffier. Gonna do exactly that. Oh, and Cyberman jumping right into the king there. Gonna go down to deep blues. Cyberman is really struggling this seed. I'm not sure we've seen him hit zone 2 yet. Looks like looking for Shovel of Strength, probably, on KingCaptain's side. Not gonna get it. Gonna get stuck with the glass shovel. Probably not what he was wanting. I think the better call maybe would have been to be looking for a weapon transmog over the shovel transmog. I mean, could be at least, you know, maybe use that blood drum a little bit. It would at least deal infinite damage. Huge splash. Losing that glass shovel though. Going down to 4-2. Ooh, I'm not sure if you could see those warlocks, or those gargoyles there, excuse me. But using the explosive gargoyle to one-shot the nightmare there, nifty. Oh, Cyberman going down again. And after a few hits, KingCaptain getting the gold kill with that Warhammer. Gonna get the flawless here. And Obsidian Cat going for gold Warhammer over Obsidian Cat. I mean, I can understand not being comfortable with the cat, but at the same time, it's only a 1 damage Warhammer. I'm not sure it's really any safer. Oh, this time around, looks like Cyberman finding a rifle. Contemplating taking it. Being a little indecisive, though. ultimately going to decide to run with the rifle, but, you know, like the blunderbuss, the rifle takes quite a bit of knowledge to be able to use effectively. Alright, King Captain back to Dead Ringer. Going for lures again. Could actually pretty easily Blood Drum kill him with that Frost Familiar. Just freeze him in place and then Blood Drum hit him twice. But going to be going for lures. Drops his Flawless there, not a big deal. He's got the resources he needs for the endgame. Successfully lures this time, so it's going to be going to the Necromancer fight. Gonna be doing button puzzles again, though, even though he has the resources to clear the stage outright. Just seems odd to me, for King Captain to be pretty insistent about going for the taking the Blood Drum all the way through the run, but never using it at any point, except accidentally a couple times. And like, I think the primary reason you take the Blood Drum through is for digging the Necromancer stage, and you know, maybe Blood Drum killing Dead Ringer. Always important to use your resources. Necromancer getting a little bit of a freeze there, but there we go, the fight's over. And after a bit of a grueling battle, King Captain is going to take the last in this one set. Going up 3-0. So congrats to King Captain.